Imagine standing at the edge of your life, looking back. What will you see? A life where you played it safe, followed the rules, and stayed comfortable? Or a life where you left a mark, a legacy that will live on long after you're gone? Most people move through life without ever realizing the power they have to change the world. But here's the truth. One person, one idea, one act of courage can leave an impact that echoes for generations. The question is, will that person be you? Leaving a mark on the world isn't reserved for the rich, the famous, or the powerful. It's something anyone can do if they choose to. Every great legacy starts with a single decision, the decision to make a difference. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how many people know your name. What matters is your willingness to act, to stand up, to speak out, to refuse to settle for an ordinary life. Think about people who changed the course of history. Martin Luther King Jr., a preacher with a dream. Malala Yousafzai, a young girl who refused to be silenced. Steve Jobs, a college dropout who redefined technology. These were ordinary people, but they made extraordinary decisions. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't let fear stop them. They acted, and their actions changed the world forever. You might be thinking, I'm not like them, I'm just one person. But every person who's ever made a difference started exactly where you are. Unsure, afraid, wondering if their voice mattered. The difference is they didn't let those doubts stop them. They took action. And you can too. You don't need to change the entire world. You just need to change your world. One person, one moment, one choice at a time. The first step to leaving a mark on the world is to find your purpose. What drives you? What breaks your heart? What problem do you see that you can help solve? Purpose isn't found in comfort. It's found in challenge. The things that stir your soul, the injustices that make you angry, the dreams that keep you up at night, those are clues. Follow them. They will lead you to the impact you are meant to make. But finding your purpose is only the beginning. You have to act, and action requires courage. It's easy to talk about making a difference, but it's much harder to actually do it. People will doubt you. You'll face setbacks. You'll question yourself. But here's the secret. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Every person who's ever left a mark on the world felt fear, but they didn't let it win. They took the first step, and then the next, and the next. Start where you are with what you have. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin. Maybe it's volunteering in your community. Maybe it's starting a business that solves a real problem. Maybe it's sharing your story to inspire others. Whatever it is, start now. Because the world doesn't change by accident. It changes when ordinary people make the decision to do extraordinary things. Understand this. Your actions matter more than you realize. Every time you choose to help someone, every time you speak up, every time you refuse to quit, you are creating a ripple effect. You may not see the full impact of your actions immediately, but that doesn't mean they don't matter. The smallest act of kindness, the simplest gesture of hope, can change someone's life. And when you change one life, you begin to change the world. Think of Mother Teresa. She didn't set out to become a global icon. She simply chose to care for the sick and the dying, one person at a time. Over decades, those small acts of love grew into a worldwide movement. What if she had waited until she had more resources? What if she had let the enormity of the problem overwhelm her? She didn't. And because of that, millions of lives were touched. The truth is, leaving a mark on the world isn't about grand gestures. It's about consistent action. It's about showing up every day, even when no one is watching. It's about refusing to let fear, doubt, or failure stop you. Every step you take in the direction of your purpose matters, even when it feels small, even when it feels insignificant. Keep going, because the world needs you. And here's something else to remember. Your time is limited. None of us know how much time we have. You can't afford to wait. You can't afford to put your dreams on hold. If you want to leave a mark on the world, you have to start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Don't wait until you feel ready. You never will. The only moment you have is this one. Use it. So, what's your move? What action can you take today to make a difference? It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. Speak up. Help someone. Share your story. Take the risk. Whatever it is, do it now. Because the world is waiting. And the only question that remains is this. Will you answer the call? You have the power to leave a mark on the world. The question is, will you use it? The future is shaped by those who dare to believe that their actions matter. And your actions, no matter how small, have the power to change everything. So stand up, speak out, take the first step, because the world needs you, and the time is now. And when you begin to move toward your purpose, something incredible happens. You inspire others to do the same. Your courage gives others permission to be courageous. Your actions remind others that they too have the power to make a difference. This is how change spreads. One person inspiring another, and another and another. Your voice, your efforts, your belief, they ignite a chain reaction that can transform the world. No one else can live your life. No one else can make your contribution. And if you don't step up, no one else will. The world is waiting for you to bring your unique gifts, your voice, your passion. So stop holding back. Stop waiting for permission. Stop letting fear silence you. This is your time, your moment, your opportunity to leave a mark that lasts long after you're gone. When you look back on your life, make sure you see a story worth telling. Make sure you see a legacy of courage, kindness, and impact. Make sure you leave the world a little better because you were here. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having all the answers. It's about showing up and giving your best. Day after day, year after year, you have the power to create a legacy. The world needs what only you can give. So rise up, step out, leave your mark. Because if not you, then who? If not now, then when?